Yes, we have made it. I believe it is like the second day of winter. It is the second day of winter, and I am still wearing regular clothes like my skirts and my dresses, cigarette pants and capris and stuff. I'm just not feeling the cold weather. I'm not with clothes. I'm not. So and I've never been the type to like wear pants and stuff like that. I did it cuz I had to, back in the day cuz I was younger and I was so tall, but it's like now I'm like, no, I'm gonna wear what I want, and if it's comfortable and I feel good in it, that's what I'm wearing for the day. But I was looking in the mirror this morning, I was like, man, I would like to wear some skirts and some dresses, what have you. But sometimes the weather just doesn't permit it. So yeah, I don't know what it's like in your world right now because everyone's kind of everywhere. Some people have nice weather, some it's a little bit chillier. So do your best with whatever you have. Do your best. But I'll say this, I'm gonna put this out there. Like, as much as I love, styling and like having different, things that I like to wear on, the Bible does say, don't be the one that's like, well, I'm so worried about what I'm going to wear, like what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to look like. Like, no, he's going to take care of that. So, he put all of this out here for us to enjoy. So enjoy it. Don't be so serious, right, about things and kind of overthinking it. Just go, right? Try and focus on the most important things. So with that being said, and we're starting off the first few days of winter, which I love. Man, change is good. Change is good. That's what we're talking about today. I'm going to make it extremely short and sweet, just because, I woke up a little bit later today. And so, yeah, I'm here, but, taking my time. Right? I'm taking my time. But no, seriously, change is good. Change is good. Every time I get around this time of the year, it comes up. That conversation comes up, and then you had a song with the changes, and it's just like, yeah, change is good. I love it, and you all already know, like that's my personality. I like doing different things and trying out new stuff and everything. So anytime there's some type of change coming, especially with seasons, right? The physical seasons with the calendar years, but also just different seasons of our lives. Like, oh my goodness, the change, it is so good. Might not be good while you're going through it, but it is always good. Like, it's always good for you. And so I was kind of looking over the Bible yesterday and, still working on some different things and kind of reflecting on stuff, and like, seriously, you have to, right? And it was coming up, transformation, and it's that way when you're dealing with God. Like, it's impossible for you to have God in your life and him not change how you're doing things. Like, he's gonna first of all change how you think. So with our mind, that's why I'm always talking like mindset, mindset, mindset. It's one thing when we refer to it in today's world, like, society and having this type of mindset or that type of mindset. But when it comes to God, that's a whole different level. Like, it's an entirely different level of thinking. It's going to be so different that it's going to sometimes just completely go against what the world even sees as being probable. You get what I'm saying? So this transformation is very different. And I was referring to what book was it? Ephesians. I was in Ephesians this morning because I wanted to specifically find like what I was talking about. And for people who don't know, like, if you don't read the Bible or you don't know who God is, like, he for real is a God of transformation. So you are not going to be the same. Like, you're not. And not only that, but it's like a guarantee that you're going to be better. Like, the more that he's in your life, the more you're going to grow, the more you're going to be doing things different that are going to be better for your life. Like, he is all about that. And so in Ephesians, I believe it's like Ephesians 4. I always go in and check when I'm talking about stuff from the Bible, and whoever, if anybody's ever talking about stuff from the Bible, make sure you know for yourself. But in Ephesians 4, I believe it talks about how it's like you're taking off your old self and you're putting on your new self, right? I love it. It's this thing of change, like for real, where it's just whole nother level. Like it's another level. It's not the same as like, okay, and I changed, this lipstick, or I changed my outfit. It's like, no, he changes you and he changes you internally. So it's like the way that you think, that impacts everything. Like for people who don't know, it's like when you change how you think, that's why people say that mindset. When you change your attitude or just your beliefs about things and how you think about stuff, it's going to have this like overall effect. It's going to be affecting your emotions. It's going to be affecting you physically and your actions. It's going to completely change, how you do things. And so with him and me reading about it in the Bible, and talking about taking off your old self and like putting on your new self and like your new way of thinking, because he says this in the Bible with renew your mind, like renew how you perceive things, renew like what things actually are. Right? That's what it's like when you're reading the Bible and it's giving you information about life, pretty much. That's it's the story of Jesus and God, and what's to come and everything. But at the same time, it's telling you how to live your life. It's telling you the best way of doing things in this time while we're on earth. And so I was reflecting on it yesterday because I'm like, yeah, that scripture that talks about who takes old wineskins, or no, who takes new wineskins and puts it in the old one, like, or who, cuts a scrap out of something new and try and stitch it onto an old garment. It's like, that just does not work. Right? Like it's just not gonna work. And I was thinking about that in my life. It's like, when you go through different things and you transition, throughout different life stages, and you have just all these different things that are in your world, you're being shaped differently, right? Like he's shaping us as we're going through different things. And if you don't believe in God, it's like regardless, you're being shaped by the experiences and the different things that you're going through in life. Each time something is happening, it's shaping you into a different person, whether it's good or bad, right? And so for me, I was really reflecting on it because it's just like, yeah, for such a long time, it's like sometimes people think like you just supposed to keep doing the same stuff over and over again. Like, right? I'm serious. Sometimes for real, people think that stuff is just gonna stay the same forever. And it's like that's no. Like the world it is going to continue to move and things are going to continue to evolve, and it's like, yeah, you're going to have to change with it, right? And if you don't, you're going to get left behind, which I completely throw that out now, because in my mind I'm going like, you ain't getting left behind. Like you changing regardless. Like, like it's happening. Like it's gonna make you change. Like whether you change for something good or bad, but you gonna have to change. Like it's inevitable. That's just life. But yeah, I was thinking about it because I'm like, yeah, sometimes, we get older and it's almost as if you just supposed to be the same person. Like it's that expectation in society. Like you're supposed to be the exact same person that you were in the past, or you're supposed to do the same things that you would typically do. And I talked about this before on how you can be placed in the same types of situations that you would like 10, 15, 20 years before, but the outcome is gonna be different. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not the same person. And it's the same thing with like, even I feel like for me, with just the different things that I would want. Like a lot of people expected me to go back to stuff, like, oh, okay, this is what they did before, so this is what they're going to do, like as far as a career, or this is what they used to, talk about, or this is who they used to be around, this is who they used to date, so this is what they're into. Like I think they're doing like this person's type, and it's like, just because you get in a relationship with certain people or you marry certain people, that don't mean that was your type. And that could be like that was your type at the time, or what have you. But it's just like things aren't meant to stay the same. And it's that expectation, right, in society, where it's just like you're supposed to be going back to all this stuff. And in my mind, I was reflecting on it yesterday and I'm like, no, I don't the things that I was attracted to back then, I'm not now because I'm not that person. You know, how you like I'm not that same person anymore. And same thing with like, okay, you did certain things, you had certain skills or certain interests or certain things you pursued back then. It's like, yeah, and then you got older. It's like that part in the scriptures that says like when I was a child, I thought like a child. You know, what have you like you're not the same person. And so it's crazy how in society for real, like in this world, we have these expectations where for real you supposed to just be the same all the time. It's like, nah, that's not how that works. Like, and if you for real understand how God works and how just the world works, it's inevitable for you not to change. I don't care how much you resist it, it's going to happen. Like you're going to change, whether it's for better or worse. Like you're going to change. And so it was really making me kind of reflect on it. And I was like, I want to talk a little bit about that today. It's not so much of a bad thing. I feel like for me, if you do go through those types of moments of reflection, because we all go through it, right, where we have all these different life stages that happen and then things change, your relationships change, your personality changes, your location changes, what have you, like roles change, and all these different things about us change. And it's like then we expect to like take that same puzzle piece and go back to the puzzles like we're gonna fit. And it's like, no, like we're different. What have you, like you're a different person, and you should want that for your life. Like you should want to know that it's been X amount of time or X amount of years and that you have grown. You get what I'm saying? I think when I was younger, and it was like when I was really young, like early 20s, teens and stuff, it was like, you would expect to go off to college and come back. And then it's like, okay, and then we gonna kick it. What have you, like you expect to leave somewhere real quick and come back. And I noticed it then, like even when you go away for a little bit of time and now you're in a different environment, you're going through different, experiences and stuff like that, that now you don't share, with a lot of people that you knew or people that you were around, and it's different. Right? Same thing with kids. They gonna go home for break and you gonna see something different when they come back. Like, right? Might not be drastic, but you are gonna see a change. Like just from kids like going home for like 2 weeks, and taking a break and being with, whoever they're around, not the people they used to in the school or wherever they are. It's like you're gonna see a change in them. Like, right? It's our environments and our experiences and different things that we're around that kind of shape how we think and how we do things and all of that. And so again, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, it's not that, it's not something that I feel like people should dread, because sometimes for real people, they don't like change, and they used to things being comfortable and going like, oh yeah, I remember this, and like, oh, it's the same. It's like, no, I love seeing when people are growing, right? Like I love seeing when people have, matured and kind of found different things out about themselves or gone through different things, and it is giving them something different. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. I guess it's ironic to me because back in the day, that's what it would be like. It's like, they ain't changed, like type of thing. And it was perceived as a good thing, like for real. But then the older you get, it's just like, yeah, no, yeah, like, no, we older. Have you, like everybody's older, like for real. And some people would see what I'm talking about. Like I'm sure younger people who, you in college, you kind of seeing it now, or maybe not yet. But when you get older, it's like, yeah, you're gonna see it. Like people have gone off and like did different things with their life. Like it's like you don't know what experiences they've had and stuff. And our experiences for real, they shape us. They shape how we make decisions. They shape how we think. They shape, like how we act and everything. Like you just never know. And so I don't know. I was really thinking about it today and yesterday, because that's what I was reading with like the old wineskins and the new wineskins, and just how it's like, yeah, it's crazy how in society that's how it is. Like we're supposed to, I guess, just keep going back to the same old, what have you. Like you just supposed to keep going back, or keep trying to fit something that what was, like it's like that's not, you know who we are anymore. Like now you're getting older. Now you should be maturing. Now it should be like you're different. And again, like I said, it could be for good, it could be for bad, but regardless, the world is gonna keep on turning. Right? The world's gonna keep turning. And things are going to keep changing, and whether you want to change with it or not, it doesn't really matter. Right? Like you're going to have to change, but it's on us to decide how we want to change. Right? Like God is never the one pushing us to choose him. He's never the one like making us make decisions, or what have you, a certain way. He always gives us those opportunities to do it, how we want. But at the same time, like he putting it out there what you supposed to do. Right, right. So when I'm looking at it and I'm reading in Ephesians today, and I should have my Bible open to it so I can read it, but I was on my phone. In Ephesians 4, it talks about how, yeah, it's like take off your old self and put on your new, self, the new attitudes that you have and stuff like that. Because if you are, reading your Bible and you are like, trying to do what's right by him, then you should already know like he wants you to be more right like him, more Christ like. That's the goal, for us to be becoming more of like him, because we were made in his image. But at the same time, it's like then we're in this world and being influenced by everything around us telling us to do the complete opposite. Right? Like telling us, seriously, it's telling you, everything around us is telling us do the complete opposite of what God wants us to do. Right? Unless it's of him and stuff like that. But it's crazy. Like I was just really reflecting on it, and I'm just like, yeah, no. Like, right. But at the same time, it's a blessing when we are growing and we are able to like mature in him, so that we can let other people know, about like who he is and what he's done for us, and how, he's changing and growing us. So yeah, for today's message, change is good. Change is good. Change is good. And it's that other scripture I love to reflect on, with don't dwell on the past. I am doing a new thing. Like I'm doing a new thing. Like, can you not perceive it? Like I love reading that one just because, it really helps you see like who he is. He's for real about change. He's for real about growth. He's for real about elevating you, taking you to the next level. Not remaining the same. As much as it sounds nice, right? Well, at least back in the day it sounded nice. Like you're like, oh, you gonna go out to school and change. You gonna go get married and change. You gonna go to the, and people be all, all of us, right? When you're younger, you be thinking like, oh yeah, and then you come back, things gonna be just like it was before. And it's like you see year after year after year, like everybody goes through different things and you not around those people, right? And so now you're becoming someone different. You're being shaped like, in a different way because of what you're going through. So something to kind of chew on and reflect and think about. If nothing else, a good conversation to have, to see like, how do you feel about that? Right? Like, do you feel like you the same person that you were like 5, 10, 15 years ago? Or shoot, some you super young, so it's like you feel like you the same person you were a year ago. What have you? Even that, it's like I can look up, and even to me, teens, it's like, especially your preteens going into your teens and your teens going to young adulthood, it's like even that you see changing drastically just from physical, things that are happening to you, and then the way you think and how you being influenced by social media and people around you and stuff. Like, you're meant to change, you're meant to grow. So don't be afraid of it. Some people, for real, they are afraid of change. Like, change is a good thing. Change is a blessing. And sometimes, like I said before, if you in that season where you're being pruned or things are being removed from your life or you're removing things from your life or what have you, like, again, change is good. Sometimes it is for the better. So I'm at the point in my life where it's like I want things that fit me. You know what I'm like, seriously, like back in the day, it's like that's what I mean by we need to keep doing discovery. Like we need to keep figuring out the things that we like and what's going on with us as we're going through different life changes, because you're changing. You're being shaped as a person. So the stuff that you used to do or the stuff that you used to like, you might not have that same interest. You get what I'm saying? Like it might not be the same because now you've gone through some different things and been exposed to some different stuff, and it's just not the same. So we have to keep being in that like self exploration or that self discovery, self awareness. Working on ourselves so that we know. But I know for me, because I be working on my vision board now. For me, that's what I was reflecting on. It's like, yeah, since all this stuff is new about me and like I'm steady changing and growing, it's like I am looking for things that fit who I am. I want it to suit me. You get what I'm saying? Because that what I was back then a year ago. Shoot, I used to say like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like shoot, a year ago. Like I'm not the same, So I want things that fit who I am now. I don't want to be like the scripture was saying, you taking off a piece of the new garment and you trying to stitch it on the old stuff. It's like nah, that don't fit me. Like that doesn't fit who I am now. And so yeah, that's where I am, in my journey, and I'm actually enjoying it. It's something to really think about. Right? Like some people see it as like, oh, what do they used to say like in churches and stuff? They'd be like, oh, if you're going through a period of being alone, or you're like some people be like they're hibernating and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, those are the times for real where you getting very close to God and he's helping you see some things about yourself or about what you surround yourself with or what you're engaged in and stuff like that, and it's helping you for real to figure out like what do you want to do with that. Right? Like, what do you want to do with that? And so for me, I was just like, yeah, no, I need some stuff that suits who I am now. I know what interests I've had. I know what I'm into now. I know what I've been around. I know what I've been exposed to. It's like, yeah, but this is who I am now. And this is what I want some exposure to. I don't, what they say, like, you got to type is like, nah. Back then I probably had a type, but it's like now I want what God wants for me because I'm trying to get more aligned with that. So it's different from what would have attracted me back then is not the same to what attracts me now, or what I'm attracted to now, if that makes sense. So it's one of those things where it's like, man, embrace change, embrace it, because it's a good thing. And 9 times out of 10, if it's happening, it's to take you to the next level. It's not to take you backwards. Change is happening so it can push you forward. That part, like we have to be ready for what's coming into our lives. We have to be ready for what we're stepping into. And if we're still the same, or if we still, like the past, it's like, how can you accept anything new? Or how can you be ready and like properly equipped and prepared for whatever it is? Because God's ways are way higher, than anything we can think or imagine. So it's like, how can we be at that place if we steady trying to keep going back to what was? You get what I'm saying? Like basically living in the past. Right? That's not gonna do it. And so the more that we embrace change, the more that we can grow, the more that we can, push ourselves to those levels, right, of what could be. And not only that, but follow him, right? With him saying, take that old self off and put this new way on. Be transformed, don't conform, right? Don't conform to what's around you and how things are going, but be transformed and get more, into who he's calling us to be and what he wants us to do. Right. So that is all I have for the day. To start off the week. I know some people are on break, so enjoy that. Right. Enjoy. I'm gonna get my day started and get me some breakfast. That's first things first. Okay. After I done read my Bible, showered, stretched a little bit. It's like I'm about to find me some breakfast. Probably gonna have me a smoothie too. But yeah, I hope it was helpful for today. I hope it gives you something to think about. I'm starting off the week very light. Cause yeah, this is one of the weeks that people probably out and about and still traveling and stuff and getting gifts and presents and all types of things. And I will be sharing on that later this week on how I feel about all of that. You always know I have a very different perspective to right than what society has, and so tune in later this week as I get into what the holidays mean to me and all that jazz. So yeah, with that being said, I hope everyone has a fabulous day. I hope you are enjoying it and that you okay. I was trying to see what was that. I hope that you all are ready. I'm listening to my music. I hope you all are ready for the day, and I hope you be safe. And yeah, I shall talk to you at another time.